Guys, I'm going to show you a new project that I have been very excitedly researching. It has got tons of potential, extremely low market cap. It has room for massive gains. Check it out. I'll show it at the very end, so stay tuned. And I even show you some wild price speculation. Again, it is crazy. You probably won't believe it, but it's true. Check out the numbers, check out the chart. And if you follow me on Twitter, you can even download the chart. All right, guys, stay tuned for this video. Check it out. Slap a like, hit the subscribe, the bell, follow me, everything like that, all the good stuff. I will see you in a second. Bye-bye. I think that I'm a credible person to talk about this type of project. It's incredibly exciting. So my project is called CEA. This is my website, right? exchangealliance.io. And what we're doing is building a liquidity aggregator for centralized exchanges and derivatives exchanges and security tokens and things like that. So I thoroughly understand the fact that liquidity is extremely fragmented amongst different exchanges. And also, I have been through the pain. I have accounts at like 15 different exchanges. You all know, all of you guys know the frustration of having to go because a new token comes out that you really are interested in, and you have to go look for it on a new exchange, and you got to sign up and blah blah blah. And then you're like trading across a bunch of different exchanges and things like that. So guys, check out this next project. I'm extremely excited about. It has a very low market cap. First, let's watch a video, and then I'll get into some more details about it. Okay, cool. I am not sponsored by Orion Protocol. I have no affiliation with Orion Protocol. I think it's an interesting project. In fact, I just reached out to the team owners today to see if they would like to have some collaboration potential, because for our company, Exchange Alliance or Crypto Exchange Alliance, we also plan on providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges as well. And it seems like it would be much easier to work with Orion than it would to try to build some of that stuff from scratch. So we'll see how that goes. But as of this point, no affiliation, haven't talked to the team, nothing. In fact, there is one thing in the token economics that I'm concerned about. I reached out to the community earlier to see if I can get an answer for that. I'll explain that in just a little bit here. So what is Orion Protocol? The future of trading is finally here. Trade with the liquidity of an entire crypto market in one place without ever giving up your private keys. Nice, right? So this is kind of addressing a lot of the biggest pain points of the exchange industry. Nope, don't need your help. Go away, thank you. All right, so what it is essentially is it's basically creating an exchange platform without having their own native liquidity that aggregate the liquidity from all the other exchanges into one order book that you can trade across, right? The only trading terminal you need, endless liquidity, one platform, zero risk. Orion Terminal seamlessly aggregates bottomless liquidity from all major exchanges, centralized, decentralized, providing rich trading tools in one easy-to-use platform. Very exciting, like extremely exciting. Just the idea that I wouldn't have to go and if I, like, for example, okay, so so I went to actually go buy some of these Orion tokens, ORN, and I went to KuCoin to do it, and there's very little liquidity there. And when I went to go try to buy like $1,000 worth, it moves the market, right? So we have massive slippage. So having liquidity for something like this would help a lot. So they need to hurry up and launch. So this is one of the big things that I think will really, really make a huge difference for us as investors, as speculators, as people who are buying these crypto assets and wanting to trade them. Don't waste time exchange hopping. This is not just time, but it's also frustrating. KYC, depositing, withdrawing assets, all the fees that are involved with that, sending from one exchange to every time that we want to send. Let's say that I want to go buy this Orion token on KuCoin, but I don't have any USDT there, so I need to send USDT from my Binance account. Well, that means now that I'm paying the withdrawal fees from Binance for the USDT and waiting for them to be sent over to KuCoin to then make it, and there's just all these trading fees involved. So it's not just the time, but it's also just the frustration and cost of exchange hopping. Now, this is huge as well, right? So not your keys, not your crypto. You don't have to, this is going to link to your wallet, whether it's MetaMask, Ledger, Trezor, whatever, and you don't have to deposit your assets in the exchange, which is also really, really nice. It's extremely nice. I mean, again, just an example I just gave, if I just had all my assets in my wallet and I wanted to trade on this one platform, then again, there's no sending assets back and forth between wallets. I can just keep them securely on my hardware wallet and I can trade them as I need them. They're all in one place. So again, I don't have to send from one wallet to the next and pay those exchange withdrawal fees, et cetera, et cetera. Because there will be a lot of liquidity, there's not going to be a lot of money wasted on slippage. And I already mentioned the trading fees. Slippage is when, like, for example, if I went to go buy $2,000 on KuCoin right now, I would either have to wait an extremely long time to get it at the best price, or if I bought it at the market rate, that means I would probably be getting, because I'd be getting a lot of slippage because there's not a lot of liquidity, I would be paying a lot more for that token than the market price. And of course, when you aggregate all the best bid offers, meaning all the buy and sell orders from all the exchanges, you're going to be getting the best price whether you're buying or selling. So they say that they don't compete with exchanges, they aggregate them. This is true. This will actually benefit exchanges by helping them fill orders. So exchanges won't be too mad about this. They won't be getting as much fees because they won't be representing the buy and sell side. However, it's not something that we need to actually care about very much, right? Let's get into the partners. So Orion Protocol has some pretty strong partnerships already. Holochain, Elrond, OneChain, and 𝗪𝘃. 𝗪𝘃 for security, OneChain for cross-chain interoperability. Elrond is getting into decentralized finance, and Holochain, a lot of the team comes from Holochain or was affiliated with Holochain. I am a big fan of Holochain, and I like this because Holochain has amazing ethos and core values, and that means that a lot of the team from there, it makes me feel better about the project. They also have great token economics and things like that. Also, yeah, they also with WeWork, FinTech and Blockchain Labs, and 𝗪𝗏 Venture Studios. So they also had some help from WeWork and also 𝗪𝗏 as well in building out the project. They probably got some investment from them. And let's get into token economics. So at the core of Orion Protocol is the ORN token. Orion has ensured deep liquidity, Orion has ensured deep utility of its native token across the entire protocol, integrating it into all main transactions to take the form of an internal currency or utility token. No product or feature can work without it. ORN is required for payments, staking, participation, the unlocking of advantageous network access with discounts on trading, Oracle usage, and protocol access. Supply cap token, this just means that they minted all the tokens at the TGE, token generation event, and there will never be any more ever created. They do have burning mechanisms, and then they have this thing that I think is a bit questionable, and I'll get into that in a second, right? So unrivaled token utility. And let me just get into this roadmap real quick. This can go away, can't go away. So this is just the roadmap. So right now they're here at Q3 2020. And they already did the public token sale, listing on exchanges, already done. Private mainnet, so I just signed up for that. We'll see if I'm granted access to that. and the Orion Enterprise Trade Widget. And this is telling you that there's fee-based token burn. So there's a lot of token burning going on, which will decrease the supply over time, which is nice because decreased supply, increased demand equals increased token price. Public mainnet is due to launch in Q4. I would love to see that happen sooner than later. Public decentralized brokerage, Orion Price Oracle. Again, these are just the things. So staking rewards here, burning, and discounts. So this is giving you different use cases. This licensing fee is the one thing that is not one thing, but it's the language it's used when discussing the licensing fee that I'm a bit questionable on. I'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, so they've got other tools, a lot of different things that they have for the token to have utility, which is extremely nice. Unrivaled token utility. So Orion Terminal users receive a fee discount when paying with Orion. It's the same with like most other exchanges. That's great. It's not the best token utility, but it does incentivize people to stake tokens. If that was the only token use case, I would say was terrible. Like when Binance started, that was their only utility. It was a dumb idea, but it's a good start anyway. Decentralized brokerage. Brokers must stake Orion tokens to be chosen to execute trades, while non-brokers stake Orion tokens to vote for their broker of choice. Okay, Orion Enterprise. The token utility of each DeFi solution lies in the integral role of Orion token plays in the decentralized brokerage, with every transaction within each solution acting as a trade being carried out by a broker. Profit share from each transaction will be shared back to the respective brokers in the form of Orion tokens. Meanwhile, 100% of licensing fees generated from Orion Enterprise solutions will be used to buy Orion tokens off the market and remove them from supply. So this is what I'm questioning here, right? So what does it mean when they say that the fees will be used to buy Orion tokens and take them off the market and remove them from supply? So we don't have enough information about that to understand what that means. Do the tokens go back to the founders and they just hold them? Is there a lock on the tokens? Why aren't they just burnt? Then maybe they should be burnt. That would be ideal. So this gives me a lot of room for uncertainty of, are these tokens going to be back and sold OTC? I don't know. I don't have the information here. And when I get an update, I will let you know. Everything else seems incredibly smart and to benefit the token ecosystem. So I would imagine that hopefully these tokens are going to a good use. They should be locked forever, or they should be shared, or better yet, distributed to node holders, people that secure the network, and putting them back into the token ecosystem to reward people for staking. You could pay out higher staking rewards, things like that. If you created a circular token economy where those fees that people paid, to buy these tokens in order to use things like the licensing, advertising, things like that, those tokens could be circulated back to the people who are supporting the network. This is, again, so diminishing supply. Orion is actively removing tokens from circulation through a number of methods. What does that mean to remove them from circulation? I don't know. I would love some more clarity. So staking, obviously, people stake. They are removed from circulation. That's good. Licensing fee, again, I just talked about that. Refunds. So refunds, I will get into this in a minute. They were done. A lot of the tokens were sold to this 𝗙𝗂 model, and it's different than Vitalik's proposed 𝗙𝗂 model. This is dynamic coin offering, and I'll talk about that toward here in the beginning. Down here, number 5, strong holder benefits. Similar to tokens integrated with platforms like Binance, Orion will give holders a range of benefits plus additional functionality that will add further value to users and incentivize them to hold. For example, Orion Terminal users can gain a fee discount when paying with Orion tokens. Meanwhile, brokers and non-brokers stakers are able to earn additional transaction fees by staking Orion, with the chances of increasing along the size of their stake. Okay, refund opportunities. This is this new DYCO model, and this is interesting because it creates a price floor or a price bottom where the token shouldn't go lower than the price that the tokens were sold at the sale. If they do go lower, the investors have an opportunity to sell them back to the team in order to get a refund on their investment, which from a regulatory perspective gets a little bit confusing and a little bit like some type of security. However, I am not concerned about that. I I love projects that just kind of do what they want. That's just me. So in the current standard of token sales, even if a team is creating a good product, they are not held accountable for creating a good token. By giving token sales participants the ability to refund their tokens, projects have no choice but to make a viable token. By letting people give back 100% of their tokens, which are subsequently burned, it becomes possible to push a project to complete irrelevance if the team fails. The refunds also create a price floor that provides organic liquidity and volume, creating a healthy secondary market. Buyers who come to doubt the long-term viability of the token and are unable to find a good price in the secondary market can not only receive liquidity from the team itself through a refund, but their tokens are also burned. Eventually, good projects are left with a firm base of holders. So if investors end up seeking a refund for their tokens, those tokens are burned, creating less token supply, which should then organically increase the price of the token. Orion will be the first token sale to implement the DeFi model, a token sale that succeeds or a token buyers get their money back. The DeFi is a first early-stage token sale opportunity that creates a price floor in the secondary market, offering downside protection to participants without limiting the upside. It also holds the token issuer liable. 80% of the funds raised in a DeFi are set aside to buy back all holders' tokens. So 80% of the funds raised by DeFi are set aside to buy back all holders' tokens. 80% of funds raised. That's a lot. That's amazing. And I think that's within 16 months. So if it's 16 months, they don't, it talks about that here. So only purchase tokens will be in circulation until the 16th month, while every Orion token is refunded will be destroyed, removing up to 100% of circulating supply. So that is interesting. Okay, so it's a really good project. There's a couple concerns I have, but hopefully the team answers those and they don't become concerns at all. It seems like a really smart project. It seems like they might have probably figured this stuff out. We will see about that. So where is Orion right now? It is at extremely low market cap at 8.318 million, which means it has tons and tons of room for upside, right? So, and it's been trading for just over a week. And let's see, let's move in. Okay, so I made another, like on my last video about VID, I made a speculation chart because it is fun to speculate. And you can get a copy of this if you go to my Twitter at @Kyle_𝗏 and follow me on Twitter. And I will post this for you to take a look at and customize at your will. I will also share this stacking sats one on my Twitter as well. So let's take a look at this. And just so I can give you some reference of like kind of how I came up with my numbers, I think it's fair. Like, so people might be saying, whoa, Binance level? That's crazy, right? Binance is crazy. And yeah, at first it might seem like that, but the difference is that Binance creates a lot of revenue that go in fiat to their pockets. And if Orion has a sound token economic system, which I have to look into a little bit more, but if everything is built into the token system where everything that's done is creating value to the token ecosystem, then imagine all the money that Binance makes, billions and billions and billions of dollars a year, being pumped back into the token ecosystem. Like Binance market cap, if they created a truly decentralized ecosystem where all the revenue flew back into the token, this market cap would be significantly higher. It would be number 2 on CoinMarketCap. It would be in the tens of billions of dollars. So because Orion Protocol, if done right, has potential to be bigger than Binance, and I know that's a long that's saying a lot, but if the user interface is right, if it's a smooth and fast trading system, if they can aggregate properly, and if they can figure it all out, there's definitely potential to do this, right? And so Binance market cap, this is the market cap chart right here. The highest it ever was 5.5 billion, right? And then I think Orion has potential to reach that of Compound or much higher, because Compound is just like a staking type of pool, right? And Orion has all that stuff built into it. Granted, maybe not as sophisticated as Compound, but that's not the primary use case. It also has those features, but it's a trading platform that makes all of our lives way more easy to use. And so if everybody switched over to Orion, or a lot of people did because it's a better exchange trading platform, then we have some interesting things here for gains, right? And so let's look at the market cap. The highest market cap for Compound was $1 billion, right? So speculating if the project does well, which I think it will because of all the things I've talked about, let's take a look at some speculation. So currently the market cap is a very low 8.318 million. And let's say that the market cap gets to 100 million, which I think it will easily do. That is a 12x from here. 12x. 1,200% gains. So if it gets to a $250 million market cap, that's a 30x. $500 million market cap, 60x. $750 million market cap, 90x. 1 billion, remember this is the Compound all-time high. $1 billion market cap, that's 120x. 120x. Tell me where else you can find that kind of numbers. And I think that's extremely reasonable to expect. Extremely reasonable to expect. Now, if it gets to Binance's all-time high, which I think is also reasonable to expect, that's a 600x. It's like a 600,000% or something insane like that, right? So let's take a look at what this looks like if you invest a little bit of capital into ORN. So again, not a financial advisor, has no relationships. This is just pure speculation. Not investment advice. I'm not saying you should do this, just saying that this is what would happen if you did. So let's say they put $100 into it and it reached the measly $100 million market cap, which I think it definitely will. $100 turns into $1,202. That's nice, right? $100, if it turns into Compound size, turns into $12,000. And I didn't set this chart out over here, but let's say that it gets to, I will when I post it to Twitter, so follow me for that. So I get this question mark column over here to see the huge gains. But let's say that turns into something a little bit less than, oh no, sorry, I did. Just joking. I did. How good is that? That's amazing. Good job, Kyle. Okay, so this equals this. Boom. Okay, so if it gets to the Binance size, $100 turns into $60,000. Not bad, right? But let's say that you put in, let's say you put in $5,000, right? So 5,000 at a measly $100 million market cap turns into $60,000. 5,000 at the Compound level, which is $1 billion market cap, 5,000 turns into $600,000. And if it hits Binance all-time highs, we're looking at $5,000 turning into $3 million. Wow. Okay. So now let's just go for, let's just say someone has $100,000 to put in. $100,000 at a measly 100 million turns into 1.2 million. Only at Compound size, it turns into $12 million. And if it hits Binance's all-time high market cap, $100,000 turns into $60 million. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Would you please subscribe to get more amazing videos like this? Slap a like on the video, hit the bell so you can always be informed when I make new videos, because things like this are super important and time sensitive, right? You don't want to watch this video in 2 weeks from now when this market cap has tripled. You need to see this stuff as soon as it's ready. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, because I'll be making more videos like this. I plan on doing I'm doing a lot of research into a lot of good projects. Again, I've been in the space for about 9 years. I've invested in about 50 different projects. This is my living. This is what I do. I believe I'm fairly good at this. I've had a great history with great investments. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you soon.